Well, Kelly, the Russian state media are reporting that President Putin spoke with Chinese President Xi Jinping, who is among those reportedly suggesting Russia and Ukraine return to the negotiating table. But that apparent desire is met with a different picture on the ground. Ukrainian troops and National Guard defending the capital city as Russian troops close in. And we now know 137 Ukrainians have died. Across the country, Russian tanks and trucks are rolling through. Earlier this week, the State Department warned that Russia is performing diplomatic kabuki theater with no real intention to broker peace. Amid all the uncertainty, the Biden administration is hoping to provide some clarity, at least to energy markets. The State Department's senior advisor for energy security, Amos Hochstein, spoke first to CNBC and said Europe now has enough natural gas to last through winter, that IEA members are meeting today to discuss how to increase global oil supply, and that prices should fall once the market realizes the U.S. will not be sanctioning Russian energy outright.
I fully expect that those transactions will continue to be permitted. Having said that, there's going to have to be some rejiggering of the payment systems and the transactions, as several of these of the leading Russian banks that process energy payments are going to be blocked by the United States and are going to have sanctions from Europe.
Today, Ukraine's foreign minister has asked the U.S. again to rally Europe behind blocking Russia from the SWIFT secure payment system and discussed sending more military equipment to Ukraine, too. Kelly?
Although, Kayla, as you pointed out, that would hurt the European economy. So are you hearing anything about what accounted for this possibility that Putin is open to the idea of having talks with Ukraine? I mean, what would have prompted that? We see reports about how, from various military experts, oh, well, maybe the invasion didn't go as well as they hoped. Well, at the same time, they're still bearing down on Kyiv. So I'm curious what you're hearing.
Well, Kelly, it's impossible to know what has led to this reported change of heart. But I would just say that the administration has warned for days and weeks of taking anything that comes out of Russian state media or from the Kremlin without a massive grain of salt. As I mentioned, they have been warning of diplomatic kabuki theater. They've been warning of disinformation, suggesting that there have been large swaths of Ukrainian military that have surrendered to Russian forces. They're worried about morale on the ground in Ukraine. The West is worried about morale, and so they're warning that there is a lot of disinformation about what Russia wants and is intending and what the actual state of affairs is. So we'll just have to wait and see until we get some firmer information out of other sources that are not the Kremlin or Russian state media, Kelly.
Great point. Kayla, thank you so much, as always. Our Kayla Tausche in Washington.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.